Hello, good afternoon, welcome to the home of the Ghost Hour for a kind of unscheduled Sunday night stream, but we had technical issues last Thursday. Obviously then it's been the weekend, and then I'm going to be away Wednesday until Monday next week. So unscheduled stream, going to stream today, obviously Monday as normal, Tuesday we'll see, but I wanted to get some things done obviously before I go away. And yes, we're playing Once Human. But you'll notice we're back in MANIBUS. I'll do a video on the reasons why. We actually decided to leave Way of Winter. We did kind of screw up. First thing is, I didn't enjoy Way of Winter. I did all the way through to level 50. We did pretty much all the solo content we could do. You're not doing Way of Winter anymore. So Caliber Zero, straight on board. Hey, buddy, how you doing? So, yeah, I'm just explaining. So I didn't enjoy Way of Winter that much. I thought the regions were very pretty. I thought they did a really good job. Good scenic views, all that good stuff. Really good sort of map design in that way. I felt the regions, though, quite empty. Like, having gone back to MANIBUS, you can see how little strongholds there are. So I found them overall quite empty. So therefore there was less solo PvE content to do. There was obviously quite a lot of bugs in it as well. And you could see that while the world would look really nice, and the Wishland, everything, all that stuff was amazingly done, whalebone, everything. But there had clearly been a lot of assets placed by AI. So, like, there was lots of zip lines broken, chests that weren't available, all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, it wasn't great overall for me personally. And having then got all the way through to level 50, having got to the new region when it unlocked in phase 2, did everything in the new region that I could do. It then becomes very team. I don't know if it was AI, but it kind of seemed like stuff, like when there were so many things that were just blatantly placed in odd places that a human wouldn't have placed it there, if you know what I mean. So I don't know. It seemed that way. I don't mind it, but there were just so many bugs. There was lots of progression bugs and all that sort of stuff, and that's is as it is. There kind of were a bit too many breaking bugs I found compared to MANIBUS, but. Yeah, overall, once I got through Phase 2, and I completed all of Phase 1 goals, I completed all of the Phase 2 season goals, I did all the journey stuff, so I got the maximum star crom I could in Week 2. I did a full base purification Week 1 and 2 as well. So we got all the star crom we could. After that, with all the thermal tower, it's very hive-focused, group play-focused. Now, as a PvE player... PvE solo player, I'm not averse to multiplayer content, and I'm not averse to jumping in a group when needs be, but I don't want to be in pre-mades. I don't want to join a hive. Pre-mades generally take a long time to get together. When they do, there can be issues, whereas when you've got like a lobby matchmaking system, i.e. just queue for a piece of multiplayer content, if it all goes to rats because people leave or the person's not good or whatever, you get out, you just get straight back in the queue, right? And you can go off and do other stuff, which is one of the things I liked about First Ascendant, except for the fact First Ascendant's that system's not working very well, but that's because they're not filling up the groups. But that aside, I don't mind doing multiplayer stuff, but I want to join lobbies to join a random group to do it, not spend ages on a chat trying to make a pre-made and all this sort of stuff. So there wasn't that much to do in Way of Winter once I got through that bit. And if I'm going to farm materials, mods, Starcrom, whatever, I prefer to do it in MANIBUS. And one of the things I've noticed coming back to MANIBUS is I feel I'm enjoying the game way more in MANIBUS than I am in Way of Winter. So better to be here. So, we did make a massive mistake, though. So when I was making the decision to leave Way of Winter, I was trying to work out how the exit season worked and how I join a new season. So there I was looking through what servers were available, and I thought, Actually, if I leave Way of Winter, I'll join a Manibus that's currently on, like, I don't know, day 20 something. Yeah, and that was the big mistake. So we bought our token, which you only get once every 60 days, to exit the scenario early. So we did that. We exited the Way of Winter scenario early to then join a Manibus server that was on day 24 or something. Only to find that you can't do that. You can't join a server that's already in progress. Certainly not one that's in its 20s, and there was then nothing. And I actually couldn't join any that were currently in progress. I could only sign up for a server that had opened on day one. That was the only thing that was available. So I've ended up having to start a Manibus server on day one, which basically means I'm locked out of new content for 6 weeks because I can't get an exit token. Yeah. Now, the flip side to that is I don't think there's going to be another big PvE drop in the next 6 weeks. My guess is Way of Winter will finish. They might do a Way of Winter Season 2, a bit like they did with Manibus or something along those lines. If there is a big PvE content drop and I want to do some content videos about it, then I will just have to do it on a new character, right? And that's just the way it is. You thought there were supposed to be 4 scenarios per year. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I think because of the number of bugs that we've seen in the Way of Winter, it'll be interesting to see if they do drop a new piece of content. If there is anything new, I think it could be another PvP scenario. So we've had a PvE, a PvP, a PvE, and a PvP. Maybe there'll be another Prismverse type thing, in which case I don't care about it anyway. So being locked into Manibus for the next 6 weeks, where I'm going to grind mods and deviants and stuff, I don't mind that so much. I can always play other games too in that period of time, but actually I'm really enjoying Once Human. So at the moment I'm quite happy to make this my main game, play this, maybe dip into some others, World of Tanks, Diablo, Path of Exile, whatever. So we'll see how it pans out, but essentially I can't now exit a scenario early for the next 60 days, and I did have to start Manibus from day one. The other thing that I made a mistake of was, so I had a chainsaw, advanced chainsaw, but I was running with an advanced solar drill. And you can't carry solar drills with you. So when I started this season, I had my chainsaw, but I didn't have an advanced drill because it was a solar one, and you can't take a solar one into a new season. So that was also a learning experience. So yeah, it's been interesting, but we are currently in the second region. Obviously, we're in like day 2 or whatever of the. In fact, let's take a look. Where are we? Season goals. Phase 1 of Manibus. Yeah, so Phase 2 opens in 3 days, 18 hours. I'm going to be away from Wednesday next week until the following Monday anyway. So when I come back, we'll be well into Phase 2 and then probably getting towards Phase 3. That's absolutely fine. My plan will be at the end of, the next couple of days, we'll have progressed through this as maximum as possible. So what have we done, though? And also for you, Caliber, where are we blueprint-wise? So weapon-wise, what did we pick up? We've picked up the MPS 5 just for some fun. We have all the assault rifles now. We have all the snipers. The next target I'm going for the conflicting memories to get a shrapnel MG4, and then going after the Predator to get the fast gunner. Both of those I really want. And then that's pretty much it weapon-wise. Armor-wise, we have the Blackstone helmet, but I'm currently running with the cage helmet because we may be going down a shrapnel path, and I don't have any more of the Lone Wolf stuff here to go down the full unstable bomber route, because at the moment I'm running Jaws, and I'm running the shrapnel assault rifle. So it's kind of like a bit of a mix. We're not min-maxed right now. We've got all the Saviour stuff, and the Saviour chest is now up to 4-star. Though the Shaman Vulture Top is really good for unstable bomber. So that's something to think about. We do now have the Lone Wolf pants. So I'm currently using 4 pieces of Saviour with the cage helmet for the shrapnel, and I'm running the Lone Wolf pants for the magazine capacity bonus 10%. But if I was going full unstable bomber, then I'd probably be looking at something along the lines of 4 pieces of Lone Wolf with the Shaman Vulture top, and then, you know, I'm not sure what I would take as the other piece. That's shrapnel. Yeah, I can't remember what the unstable bomber... No, that's the unstable bomber special piece, right? So I don't know what the 5th piece would be. Probably the Lone Wolf... Actually, it would be full Lone Wolf. What else would you take with unstable bomber? Are you doing the jaws or the little jaws for unstable bomber? I'm doing the jaws. So I'm not min-maxed for it, right? So I don't have the stuff I need to do a full jaws. But look, I can finish the Snow Panther set. I don't have enough. Oh, do I want the gloves or the boots? Don't have enough of the pieces to go full jaws or full little jaws, right? I can't do a full unstable bomber build. I don't have the mods for it either. What I'm currently using is I'm running with the jaws and I'm running with the Last Valor Shrapnel SOCR right now. What I would like to get to is I'd like to be able to get to a full jaws unstable bomber build and a full shrapnel build that I can either use the SOCR or the new Conflicting Memories MG4, because I think that's got real potential. So those are my focus there. I can get the gloves as well, so let's do that. So we do have a few more. Look, I can get that piece as well. We've got a few more. We might as well just do them since we're here. I think that's it. I think I'm full. Have I got the full Snow Panther set now? Yeah, the Snow Panther top, Snow Panther hat, Snow Panther mask we just got. I think I'm full Snow Panther now. Yeah, pants, gloves, and boots. Yeah, so we've got the full Snow Panther set, which is fine. So yeah, that's the plan, Calibros. We're going full jaws, unstable, and then full shrapnel. I think if we look at the Conflicting Memories LMG, I think trigger shrapnel after every 12 hits for every 40 magazine capacity parts hit by shrapnel +1. And then for every 100 magazine capacity over 4, and then shrapnel damage +15%, magazine capacity +8. So I think there's going to be a build with this that can reach some very high DPS for PvE, not for PvP. Not for PvP. Whereas I think the Jaws build has great PvE and PvP. I don't really care about the PvP, but that's good if you're looking to do both. But I think this Conflicting Memories has real interesting potential. So that's where we are. In terms of gear, this is what I'm running. As I said, the SOCR, Last Valor, the Jaws, the Stun Baton. We're currently all Tier 2. The Cage Helmet for the Shrapnel. And then we're running sort of mods tailored around Unstable Bomber with the 4 Saviour pieces, because that's what we've got, and the Lone Wolf pants, plus my Saviour top is a 4-star. Right, is a 4-star piece. All my Stun Baton's a 2-star. Everything else is pretty much a single star in terms of blueprints. So, yeah, my KVD Boom is a 3-star blueprint now, which is nice. But I don't have the rest of the blueprint fragments to boost anything else. My Wanderer's a 2-star. Just looking at the yellow ones, yeah, none of that is. My Anabasis M416 is a 2-star weapon now. My Bullseye is a 3-star, which is really nice. It's a really good sniper. I do love the Bullseye, and I've made that a 3-star. And the Hammer's a 2-star. Yeah, KVD Boom we covered, and that's it for that. And then Armor Blueprint's the only thing we've boosted on Armor. In fact, we got Wanderer. What can we do with Wanderer? Could boost the Blackstone Helmet, but I don't really care about that. Huntsman, the Cage Helmet could boost. What else have we got? Operator, that's Saviour. So that's 4-star. That's Operator 2, which is the Shaman Vulture top. Because I think that's good for... You need that for the Unstable Bomber build, right? The Lone Wolf Pants is Juggernaut. Yeah, I've got nothing in Juggernaut. It's really Wanderer stuff. Really Wanderer stuff. Yeah, so actually... What's under Wanderer? Gas tight helmet, max shrapnel, target parts 1, shrapnel damage plus 120%. That's quite a good shrapnel piece as well, which is a Wanderer. So I'm not sure I want to dip with the Wanderer. Yeah, and Huntsman. I don't think there's anything else I want to use with the Huntsman either, to be honest. No, I think we'll leave that for now. Yeah, Huntsman boots. That's Bullseye. Yeah, okay. That's where we are with that. Cool. So what are we doing now? We have done all of the first area, 100% clear, including all the secret stuff, all the morphic crates, everything. We're now doing 100% clear of the second area. And I was like, before, to do all the morphic crates and stuff, yeah, okay, it's a pain in the neck. You run around, you've got to find these things. Actually, going into Way of Winter, I went into Way of Winter with like 1,500 of the Stellar Planula stuff. I was able to buy all the morphic crates, all the mod crates, everything, literally almost straight out. So doing all these morphic crates and building up Stellar Planula is really good for starting a new season, because you can go to Severin and you can literally buy everything straight out. That was really good. So what are we doing now? We're clearing out Eastern Railway Junction before heading down, doing Sunbury Middle School. Then we'll do Sunbury itself, which is a level 15 area. We've got everything else is clear there. So that after we've done Sunbury School, we're probably going to end up doing the Gaia Research Centre ruins, then the junkyard, to then finish off with the monolith area last. So while doing obviously all the side quests and everything on the way, once we've cleared the area, cleared the monolith, we'll then do all the puzzle spots, all of the morphic crates, and then a bunch of silo runs as well. And then we'll be ready to move into the third area. So that's the plan for today. We're going to be wrapping through that as quickly as we can, but doing 100% clear. I'm having way more fun in Manibus. It's as simple as that. We did everything we could in Way of Winter. We did all the monoliths. We did We did the Forsaken Giant and all that. I mean, to be honest, it was all pretty easy by the end. So didn't have any major issues there. Didn't have any issues with the temperature at the end. Once you've got your Chaosium lamp and you've got all of that stuff, it wasn't a problem. And I had all the seeds and everything to grow all the stuff I needed for the all-weather stew. I just found the area empty. Just found it empty. I think that was the thing. I don't know. I don't know if I was maybe expecting too much or what, but I don't know. I just didn't. It just seemed like there weren't that many strongholds and stuff. I don't know if they've cleared a lot of it, like had it a very open area for the Chaos Weavers to run around and for the things, but I don't know. The world definitely was really pretty to look at. They've done a really good job in terms of the mountains and the snow and the volcanic and the lava and all that stuff was really cool, no doubt about it. But it just didn't feel like there was a lot in it. So I don't know. We can get up here. We can get up here. I know we can because I've done it. Come on. There we go. So I don't know how you're finding Way of Winter, Caliber. How are you finding Way of Winter yourself? How are you finding Way of Winter? So the only thing to remember about the Jaws is it is really strong, but as a handgun, it does have bullet damage drop off at range. So you're not planning on sniping anybody at range with it. And it obviously is also based around crits. So you need to make sure you're trying to get those crits where you can. Throne and Liberty boss fight. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. You love Way of Winter? Okay. No, I don't mind the temperature stuff. I like the principles. I like the area. I don't know. I just found the areas empty as a solo PvE. I just found it a bit empty. Just found it a bit empty. Like I say, maybe I was just expecting too much. Maybe I've been spoiled by this. The other thing I found a bit odd is I found the progression. I find the progression a bit odd. Like, actually, in most of the cases, you could skip through the tiers. Like, I didn't even do tier 4. I just went straight to tier 5. And the same with, like, tier 2. Like, you didn't even bother with tier 2. You just went straight to tier 3. So I kind of felt like there wasn't really the progression element of it as you would normally have, which I guess is also kind of a bit odd, right? Whereas when I'm playing MANIBUS, the way it works, I mean, you can skip the tiers, but actually the game encourages, the way it plays, it encourages you, if you're doing the regions properly, it encourages you to go through the tiers. And there's the enough equipment and materials to do so, right? You feel like you've done everything on MANIBUS, and Way of Winter has new bosses and the new weather mechanic you thought was pretty good. The new weather mechanic was absolutely fine. I had no problem with that. I know a lot of people didn't like it. I guess I kind of felt the... first of all, it was frustrating because I didn't really understand it that much until I died a couple of times. But then it became actually very easy to manage. It was more just don't go in this area unless you have this gear. The fact that you can set up your own loadouts to easily switch between the two was perfectly fine. So, yeah, temperature mechanics were fine, to be honest. Though the interesting thing, having come here, is I've noticed that some of the Way of Winter stuff has made its way into MANIBUS, but doesn't actually have an impact. So, hides. You now get all the different hides. And you can make leftovers, and you can make raw hide and all that sort of stuff. And when you kill animals, you do get the different hides, but it doesn't. And you can get actually cold resist on your gear, but it doesn't obviously mean anything. And like, there's still the temperature gauges here. And if you go in water, you get the whole thing that says you're cold and like you're increased risk to the cold. So interestingly, they've set it up so that you could easily implement those temperature mechanics into MANIBUS. Easily. It's actually already here. It's in the game already. You just almost need to turn it on. So it does almost feel like they have opened it so that you could play the whole map in one go. But I know a lot of people are saying that might not happen. So I don't know. I don't know. But in theory, I would like to see the whole map open. But I would like to see them fill the Way of Winter regions with a few more strongholds and stuff. I really would. Like, they had the rift anchors, and where normally here, the rift anchors are in a stronghold, where there's mystical crates and armor crates, and like it's built up a lot more. The rift anchors, a lot of them in Way of Winter, it's like a tiny little village, and there's just like you just go to the rift anchor, do it, and that's it. There's no gear crates, mystical crates to find, no place to explore or anything like that. So let's see what we got here. Whereas, as you can see, I do like the exploration element of it, the finding stuff. I also felt that, I mean, there were a few puzzles, but, you know, I went back and did, in the first region, the hospital puzzle. That's wicked. Yeah, and I know once you've done it once, that's it. But that was a cool puzzle. Like, doing more of that would be cool. And I found a few of the puzzles, and obviously I did all the ones where you've got to use your Gazaucho or Gazuccio or whatever he's called stuff to get your little puzzle things from it. But it turned into more just throwing frost things or whatever at... we got a phase one. No chance against the jaws. This thing is ridiculous. I'm sorry. It's absolutely insane. And I'm not even min-maxed on this thing. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. That helps if you don't walk in shit. Don't walk in shit. But with Caliber there playing Throne and Liberty does remind me I still need to give that game a go as well. The thing is, like, coming in, knowing that I'm going away for a few days, I didn't want to certainly start Throne and Liberty and then go away for a week. Like halfway through, I prefer to like start a game and try and level up all the way through, and by then I will have pretty much done everything in the regions on this anyway. So yeah, I still do intend to give Throne and Liberty a very good playthrough. Oh, we didn't one-shot it. There we go. Nice. Okay, so we've got this one to do here. Anything down here? No, just a couple of dudes. Some flying things. But like, I was surprised at like I've done everything on MANIBUS. Except a Prime War, of course, but of actually how much, stuff I can still do in terms of min-maxing, like actually, which I haven't done before, because I was like, how much of a main game am I going to make this? Like, am I actually going to grind this out like I've done with MMOs in the past, where I've tried to do the same boss 50 times to min-max the gear or whatever? And I'm actually like, do you know what? I might... and the emphasis is on might on this run through, might spend a bit more time and try and min-max the try and get some high level deviants, try and get the mods that I want, and obviously doing as much as I can solo, obviously joining some groups for if there's group content I need to do. Yeah, so we'll see. They've also, I've noticed, they have changed. They've changed a few things in MANIBUS as well. Like the Treant quest started from a different place. This mystical crate used to be inside a train. And now it's not. So a few things have moved around. Oh, there we go, we leveled. So there has been some changes and refinements. It's definitely a smooth playthrough. Definitely, and I certainly haven't found any major game-breaking bugs or anything. Certainly not like I had in Wishland, right? Oh my god, that place. Loved Wishland. I thought Wishland was amazing in its design. But my god, the progression bugs in there annoyed the crap out of me. Right, so we have fully completed this area. And we just got this area over here to explore. Okay, very nice. So our next task is to gear up to tier 3. We're probably not going to be able to do that here, that's fine. till we move to the new area, because it definitely, and that's the thing with progression, like each area does feel like it's you know, at a set tier, right? So you move from the first area, which is clearly